Psalm 5, a prayer for guidance. O Lord, give ear to my words. Consider my groaning. Listen to my cry for help. My King and my God. For to you I pray. In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning I lay my requests before you and wait expectantly. For you are not a God who delights in wickedness. Evil cannot dwell with you. The arrogant cannot stand in your presence. You hate all who do wrong. You destroy those who tell lies. The Lord detests the bloodthirsty and deceitful. But I, by your great mercy, will come into your house. In reverence I will bow down toward your holy temple. Lead me, Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies. Make your way straight before me. For there is no truth in their mouths. Their hearts are filled with destruction. Their throat is an open grave. With their tongues they speak deceitfully. Declare them guilty, O God. Let their own schemes bring them down. Drive them out because of their many sins. For they have rebelled against you. But let all who take refuge in you rejoice. Let them ever sing for joy. Spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may be glad in you. For surely, Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with your favor, as with a shield. Psalm 5 is a morning prayer written by David. In this psalm, David seeks God's guidance, protection, and justice while facing opposition from wicked people. The psalm teaches believers to begin each day with prayer, trust in God's righteousness, and find joy in His protection. 1. Seeking God early in the morning, verses 1-3. David starts by asking God to hear his words, cries, and prayers. He approaches God as his King and Savior, expressing complete dependence on Him. David's example shows the importance of starting the day with prayer and waiting expectantly for God's answer. Lesson: begin each day by seeking God and trusting Him to guide your steps. 2. God's holiness and hatred of evil, verses 4-6. David declares that God is holy and cannot tolerate wickedness. Pride, deception, violence, and evil are contrary to God's nature. These verses remind believers that God is perfectly just and righteous. Lesson: God calls His people to live holy lives and avoid sinful behavior. 3. Worship through God's mercy, verse 7. David acknowledges that he can enter God's presence only because of God's great mercy, not because of his own goodness. He worships with reverence and humility. Lesson: we approach God through His grace and mercy, not through our own achievements. 4. Prayer for guidance, verse 8. David asks God to lead him in the right path because of the challenges and enemies around him. He desires to follow God's righteous way rather than being influenced by evil. Lesson: believers should continually seek God's direction in every decision. 5. The character of the wicked, verses 9-10. David describes the wicked as dishonest, destructive, and rebellious against God. Their words may sound pleasant, but their hearts are far from truth. Lesson: be careful not to be deceived by outward appearances. God sees the heart. 6. Joy and protection for God's people, verses 11-12. The psalm ends with hope and celebration. Those who trust in God are invited to rejoice because God protects them. David compares God's favor to a shield that surrounds and defends the righteous. Lesson: God's people can live with confidence because His protection and blessing are always with them. Key message of Psalm 5. Psalm 5 teaches that Start every day with prayer. Trust God's guidance. Live according to God's righteousness. Depend on God's mercy. Rejoice in God's protection. Remember that God blesses and shields those who trust Him. Summary. Psalm 5 is a powerful morning prayer in which David asks God to hear him, guide him, protect him from evil, and uphold justice. The psalm contrasts the fate of the wicked with the joy of the righteous and concludes with the assurance that God's favor surrounds His people like a shield. God bless you all.